Okay. Hi, everyone. Here, Tommy Walker, the Mind Engineer again. And today I thought about this matter, right? All we need is love. Similarly as the song. Yes, guys, it's very similar to the song, but it is entirely true. And I want to talk about this today because it's one of the main things behind the work that I do, right? Whether it is the book that I wrote, different trainings that I have, the program that I offer, the one-on-one with me, everything has to do with all we need is love. So what I want to talk a bit about this today, guys, is that we need to understand that everybody else is in the same situation as we are. So there's two main things that are happening in our life, and then everybody's life, people's life too, is that as we all need love, there's two main things that we're going to try to do to, one, numb when there is a lack of love, or two, try to obtain that love. So let's say that love is very similar to oxygen, right? It is what keeps us alive. And yes, of course, we can go through our life without love, of course, and survive, quote unquote, yes. But to be able to really feel like freedom, feel, fulfilled, passion, motivation, it has to do with love, guys. Yes, all we need is love, because love is going to bring motivation. Love is going to bring purpose. Love is going to bring anything that we want into our life, freedom. Unfortunately, as we lack this love, we might go out there trying to find things that are going to replace that. And that could be money, guys. Financial freedom is the truth, freedom. And freedom has to do with your self-love, because when you love yourself, and I'm not saying I'm there yet, guys, I'm working towards being there. When you truly, deeply love yourself unconditionally, there's no type of, lack of freedom. Because what is, in a way, maybe freedom? Freedom is doing whatever you want. Many times we hold ourselves back from doing what we want to do because we don't want others to feel bad. We don't want others to feel, make them feel, whatever it is, right? As if we were having power over others. So when we understand that we need to learn how to love ourselves, and that is going to actually help us in any and every aspect of our life, this phrase makes more sense, that all we need is love. Nothing more, nor money, no relationships, not a business, not more clients, not a title, not a degree, nothing, guys. We all need is love. As I've said many times, guys, our parents were not perfect. And when our parents judged us, criticized us, maybe yelled at us, screamed at us, put pressure on us from the wrong reasons, unfortunately, we didn't feel loved. As we didn't feel loved, there's two things, as I was mentioning, guys. First main thing that we do, guys, is try to numb the pain of lack of love. We try to numb the pain of lack of love. The numbing of the pain could be social media. It could be going to the gym, eating. It could be addiction, like heavier addictions like alcohol, drugs. So what most people are feeling is a lack of love, so they need to numb it with different things, right? So one thing. The other thing that people might do is try to please others, try to find a partner, try to obtain love on the outside through recognition, acceptance, or any other thing to try to feel love. So whenever somebody you see that they're trying to show off, is because they're lacking love. When somebody is being a people pleaser, it's because they're feeling a lack of love. When somebody maybe is trying to make money, right? But again, they're trying to do it from the wrong place, they're desperate or things like that, is because deep down they are lacking a level of love. I'm not saying that making money is wrong, guys. Please, again, understand that what I'm saying is that when we have this big need of making money and we don't feel free, we don't feel good enough because we're not making money, what we're actually lacking is love. If we are able to learn how to love ourselves where we are, all we need is love. Love ourselves where we are. What's going to happen, guys? You're going to start developing consistency. You're going to start developing, what else? Determination, motivation, purpose, because this is what we all need, guys. And again, as we were kids and our parents were not perfect, they were not able to make us feel loved 100% of the time. So whenever we felt neglected, judged, criticized, not listened, not, considered, not important, or whatever else, guys, we felt a lack of love. So from there, we start building our coping mechanisms, our protective mechanisms, our way to protect us by numbing the pain, or by going out there and finding that love on the outside. One of the biggest things that I see is people falling into codependent relationships because they're looking for love. What does that mean? That I put up with the crap from my partner. If they're screaming at me, if they're yelling at me, if they're not being loving in certain moments, I put up with that, because at the end, what I want is, after that storm passes, I hope that that person gives me some love. So I was in the past in very negative relationships because I wanted to feel some love. So although I received a lot of shit, I was waiting to see if any part of that relationship would give me some love. And many times you get some type of love. And as I was used to during childhood to receive a mixture of, angry parents and loving parents, I went into those relationships because I thought that that was the right thing to do. And I put up with crap from other people. Okay, so it's important to understand that we fall into coping mechanisms. We fall into coping mechanisms to try to numb the lack of love or to try to receive love. And that's the idea with this. So guys, if you're watching this on social media, hashtag, live, I was about to say hashtag love, hashtag live or hashtag love. That's okay with you guys, whatever you want to do. If you're watching on Facebook or any social media platform, hashtag live or love that you're watching live, or hashtag replay to let me know. If you want to engage in this, that would be great. More people get to see this. As you know, guys, I want to give as much love and free stuff as I can to everybody out there. So the more you engage with this, the more people get to see it. So if you can, that would be great, guys. For the people on Zoom, thank you very much for being here. So we're going to continue working on this. So Romana was saying that you will not be able to see me because I had this image on. I'm going to turn on my camera so you can see me. Here we go. Here, sharing the love, guys. All we need is love. And that is one of the most powerful things around the world that I do, guys. I help you see the amazing being that you are. I help you recognize the amazing being that you are. I love you no matter what you bring to these sessions, guys, because that is the way that you're able to understand your behaviors, understand why you're doing what you're doing. A lot of people procrastinate. A lot of people doubt themselves. A lot of people self-sabotage, and they beat themselves up through the self-sabotage. They beat themselves up through the imposter syndrome. They beat themselves up over whatever they're struggling with, guys. And that just reinforces, guys, because look at this. If all I need is love and I'm beating myself up because I'm feeling an imposter, I'm self-sabotaging, I'm procrastinating, am I going to get closer or further away of my goals? Guys, type it in the chat, whether on Zoom, on social media, guys, type it in the chat. Am I going to get closer to my goals or further apart from my goals if I beat myself up? What does normally happen, guys? Normally happens when I beat myself up. Share it on the chat, guys. What normally happens when I beat myself up? I move further away. I don't love myself. Thank you. There you go. JP is Johnny, as you were saying. Sorry, Johnny, there. So you're saying I beat myself up. So I move further away from loving myself. So that part of me that procrastinate because it doesn't feel loved, I'm going to make a bigger kind of, bigger gap between what I want to do and doing it, because again, I'm reinforcing the lack of love. So again, what do I need to do is learn how to love myself more. And people could say, okay, tell me, how do I do that, right? Type 1 in the chat if you want to know how to do this, guys. Type a 1 in the chat if you want to learn how to do this. And this is one of the biggest questions everybody asks me. Okay, Tommy, okay, how do I love myself? All I need is love. How do I love myself? First thing, guys, is to understand that whatever behavior you have, there is valid reasons behind it. Whether it is an addiction, whether it is alcohol, sex, porn, whatever, guys, that you're going through, yes, eating, sugar, whatever, social media, there is a valid reason why you're doing what you're doing. So instead of beating yourself up, is loving yourself through that. So it's understanding that you have valid reasons to be doing what you're doing. The next step is recognizing that you're doing it to try not to feel so much pain because of the lack of love. Yes, exactly, Sean. Thank you very much. Love is an umbrella that covers everything. Lack of acceptance, recognition, not being seen or being seen, being understood, supported. Love is everything, right? But then, of course, we can talk more specifically, feel accepted, feel supported, feel understood, feel recognized, feel seen, feel connected. Exactly. Thank you, guys. So it's very important to recognize these things. All we need is love. So if I'm doing whatever behavior, I need to love myself through that behavior, guys. Love myself through that behavior. I'm eating, I'm overeating, I'm overweight. Okay, love yourself through that behavior. Understand that you have valid reasons to be doing what you're doing. When we go with that, guys, into our mind with a loving, with an open heart, open mind, the mind is going to start revealing why you're doing that, guys. Listen to that again. And you know, guys, that I love doing this. Listen to that again. Whenever you go into your mind with an open heart, open mind is going to help you understand what is going on in your mind. Because if I'm beating myself up, guys, and I have an addiction, alcohol, whatever it is, yes, and I have this addiction, I beat myself up because I have that addiction, the mind is not going to reveal why I have that, because there's pain there, there's a lack of love. And as I bring more pressure, more beating myself up, unfortunately, that part of me that is, drinking alcohol to numb the pain won't want to open up, because it's going to feel more judged, more rejected, more criticized. So it's going to shut down, lock down, and it's not going to allow me to access and realize what is actually going on. And as most of you guys that are here on Zoom, and many that are listening in social media, have seen different parts, have even worked with me, have seen that most people that work with me, guys, are able to understand their behaviors, because we come from a loving, open heart and an open mind. That's when the mind reveals why it's doing what it's doing. When it doesn't feel threatened, the mind opens up to reveal whatever it needs to reveal. So it could be that I'm drinking alcohol because I feel lonely. I feel bad about myself. When I was a kid, I didn't feel looked at, I didn't feel understood, I didn't feel support. Whatever it is, guys, that you struggled as a kid, now you might be using anything to cover that up. Or it even could be, again, searching for success, searching for clients, building your business, having a partner, having kids. I realized, guys, that many, many years ago, when we were starting to look to have kids with my wife, and this was 10 years ago, 10 years ago, I started having dreams of having 3 girls, guys. I started having dreams that I was going to have 3 girls. I even had their names, and I had confirmations on the outside, for people saying like, oh, Tommy, I really feel that, you're going to have girls. And I had like different people talking to me that I was going to have girls. I had dreams of having girls. And I realized, guys, you know what? I had finally 2 kids, 2 boys, that I wanted girls back then, because deep down, I wanted that unconditional love. Because girls would give me unconditional love from the female figure. And I wanted that and I needed that. So I wanted girls subconsciously because I wanted to experience unconditional love from the female side. So I wanted girls, because if you see the relationship that a girl, like a daughter has with their dad is so unconditional, right? That I wanted to experience that. And I didn't realize that, guys. And I ended up having boys and I'm okay with that now. But back then I didn't realize that I wanted those girls to try to experience that connection, deep connection with that woman, with the girls, right? With the daughter. And it had to do with the lack of love. So the woman represents a lot of love, men too, but mainly women represent love. And if I had daughters, it was going to be unconditional love to dad, and it would have made me feel so good, supposedly. Thank you, Johnny. You see how amazing the mind does connection for each person is unique. Johnny Rowe never thought about that in that perspective. Exactly. Yes. So it's important to see the connections in our mind. People pleasing, guys. People pleasing is a lack of love. And I go out there looking for the love on the outside. Non-confronting people, not wanting to confront people is another way of trying not to feel a lack of love. Because if I confront people, I'm going to be rejected, judged, criticized, whatever. I'm going to feel a lack of love, so I'm not going to confront people. So there's different behaviors that we're going to create, guys, to try to numb the pain, to not feel the pain of the lack of love, or to try to obtain love. And look, I have worked with people, guys, that some of their parents were alcoholic, and they went down that road, guys, struggling, let's not becoming alcoholic, like a being, but falling into the behavior of an alcoholic, there we go, because they had that connection with their dad or their connection with that mom. So it was through alcohol that they felt some love. Although that sounds very unhealthy, guys, people had fallen into that, using alcohol as a connection with mom or with dad or with both. So we're not here to judge. We're here to understand those behaviors, to love the being. And listen to this, guys, love the being behind the behavior. Love the being behind the behavior. And that's what I'm working on, guys. This is one of the big things that I help you guys. I love you no matter your behaviors, guys, to help you love yourself. Yes, so there's some things coming on in the chat. So I want to check here. We're searching for love that we actually need to give ourselves. Exactly, Romana, exactly. It could be searching for clients, partner, kids, to receive that love that we're lacking. Because if you love yourself, you don't need a partner. You share that love with a partner. You share that love with the kids. But guys, have you ever heard about the empty nest syndrome that parents go through? Empty nest syndrome is their kids leave. So the love that they had from their kids, now it's gone. Or look at this, when somebody passes, right? Somebody dies and people say, sorry for your loss. And if my grandmother passed away and she passed away, or my mom passed away, if somebody says, sorry for your loss, I'm going to say, no, there was no loss. I know where she is. I didn't lose her. I know where she's buried. Sorry, guys, if you take it the wrong way, but seriously, I know where my loved ones are buried. They're not lost. Lost would be somebody that is lost in the mountains. But lost, a loved one is not lost. What we say is lost, guys, that's why we use the word lost, because we lose the things that they brought into our life. But we didn't lose them because we can give them to ourselves, guys. That's what I want you to realize. I appreciate that we search for it and we're searching for love, but then we're also push it away when we receive it because we don't know how to receive it. Yes, JP, that could happen. Yes. So it's a push and pull. Yes. But if you're able to connect and love yourself, there's no more seeking on the outside, because the truth is the love is on the inside. That's what we need to learn, to connect with that love, because it's in abundance. Another thing that I want to share with you guys, right? If you have experience having more than one kid, you're going to understand this really well. And others that didn't, you can understand it too, don't get me wrong. But when you have kids, you got your first kid and you love that kid 100%. When you have your second kid, you love that kid 100%. So love doesn't divide. Look at this, guys. Love doesn't divide. Love multiplies. There's no scarcity of love. But unfortunately, when we were kids, we could have learned that love divides. So if my partner has friends, even friends of the opposite sex, I might feel threatened because I think that I might lose the love. I've been in relationship with my partners would get jealous of my friends. Again, because back then I was taught and the partners thought that love would divide, not multiply. I can love you, each one of you guys, the same way. So love is not a scarce resource. It's unlimited when we connect with the source. When you connect with the universe, with God, with a higher self, whatever you want to call it, guys, it doesn't matter. But when we connect with the source, love is unconditional and love is unlimited. So now we don't need anything on the outside. I'm not saying it's easy, guys, but we shouldn't need anything on the outside, nor our partners, nor our kids, not our friends, nor our family, nothing to feel loved. You can feel loved by that inner connection, by connecting with you. As you work on that, guys, and most of you out there that have worked with me have experienced this, you work on loving yourself, things start falling in place, guys. I'm able to, if I want to have more clients, have a healthier partner, have a healthier relationship with the kids. Everything starts changing, guys. Making more money if you wanted to. But it starts with loving yourself, because if you're running after making money to feel accepted, to feel loved, to feel recognized, you are telling me, Tommy, I don't feel loved, I don't feel recognized. So now I need the money to cover that up. But unfortunately, when you get out there and start talking with people, people are going to sense that lack that you're sending out, because you're sending these small messages out. And so more hide face, show face. JP, then I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm accepting myself, more hide face, show face. I don't get really well what you're meaning with that, JP. If you can expand later or write it down. How come the mind and heart cannot discern between real loving connection, empathy versus false ways of feeling love, addictions? Yeah, there you go. It's a journey that we're in, that we got to always be asking ourselves where we're standing. What's the intention? It's not easy. Exactly. The problem is, Peter, of this, if you saw your parents that had addictions, and most of our parents had them, we have them in bigger and smaller scale. Could be social media. It could be the phone. It could be your watch. It could be gym. It could be meditation. It could be whatever, guys. We all have some type of addictions. So if my kids are seeing me with a phone all the time, working all the time, or whatever, or with alcohol or with cigarette or whatever, how are you going to find it easier to discern, Peter? It's very difficult to discern because that's what you were taught. See what I mean? So we need to start challenging our beliefs, questioning them in a very loving way. Again, all we need is love to enter into the mind, to find our deepest secrets, our memories, our pain, whatever it is. We need love. The more we experience this, the less we need on the outside. This, I believe, is the biggest thing that holds this many times system, corrupt system in place of needing more and more and more and more and more and more and more. Crazy. Years ago, guys, the companies were competing into which light bulb would give you the most hours. Most of the companies, the light bulb companies, were competing to see which light bulb would last the most. But they realized that it wasn't good for their pockets. So what happened? The company started reducing the time of how long would the light bulbs last so that they could make more money. So this system is holding together out of these type of things, of the lack of love, guys. Because if you love yourself, you're going to buy whatever you want to buy, don't get me wrong, but from a place of, hey, I feel full, I want this, to have it. But suddenly you don't need to renew your iPhone every year, renew your Apple Watch every year, renew your car every year, every 2 years. If the one that you have works perfectly well, why are you renewing it every year, every 2 years? Is there something there? I'm traveling to the States. I'm taking vacations, most of you guys know, right? I'm traveling and I'm going to buy some stuff. I'm going to renew some things because I'm going to have the opportunity to go over there and bring them over. But do I need to renew my phone every year? Do I need to renew my car every year? No. The more you love yourself, the more you recognize yourself, the less you need those external things. You might still get them, don't get me wrong, but you don't need them. The need behind them, guys. Yes? Okay, Romana, sorry, you gotta go. I hope you can see the rest afterwards. Remember, guys, just to let you know, this week we're going Monday, and then from Monday on, I'm going to do my last live. If I can do it, I'm going to pre-sure I'm going to do this last live, and then I'm going to be off, okay, for some time, just to let you know. Remember that, guys. So the idea is to develop that self-love, guys, as we practice, developing that self-love. Yes, Cora's saying here on social media, yes, establishing limits to people, things, exactly. But it starts with self-love, Cora. I love that. If I love myself, I can set limits, because if I tell somebody of you guys, you know what, Tommy, I don't like how you're talking to me, that is self-love. I'm protecting myself, right? From this guy that is not talking to me, right? So I'm setting healthy boundaries because I love myself. But if I don't like myself, it's not easy to set those healthy boundaries because I'm scared of somebody taking it the wrong way or walking away, not liking me because I set up a boundary. Or if I don't have that new car, if I don't have the new watch, I don't have the new phone, people might not like me. People might not accept me. Now, I'm all over the place showing off my phone, my watch, my car, whatever, because I want people to see how good I am. That is lack of self-love, guys. The more we love ourselves, we can still buy whatever. If you want to buy the last iPhone, but you're okay with nobody seeing it, that would be a good thing. But if you need others to see it and say, oh, whoa, Tommy, you got the new blah, you got this new thing, whoa, whatever. When we're looking for that is because we're looking for love, guys. At the end of the day, we're lacking some type of love in any aspect of our life. Work on connecting, on giving yourself what you need, and then have what you want on the outside, but you're not going to need it. If you don't have the last car or the new phone or the new whatever, you're still going to feel great about yourselves, guys. I'm not saying it's easy, but if you're feeling bad, there's a part of you that is not feeling loved. So it's true. All we need is love to feel happy, to feel fulfilled, to feel recognized, to feel accepted, to feel, free. All breaks down to love. People, exchange that with partners, money, clients, titles, degrees, friendships, cars, phones. People replace the love with something external because they're going to feel, and don't get me wrong, guys, when you buy something, you feel good. Don't get me wrong, there is some type of whoa, some, high moment when you buy it. Don't get me wrong. But then it starts fading away. And that's when now you need the next new thing, the next new thing, the next new thing, the next new thing. So if you want to buy, go buy, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying not to. Want to make money, make money. Want to have a degree, want to have a job, want to have this, want to have a partner. That's great. But learn how to love yourself more. That is going to allow you to share that love from with others, and not take away love from others. Because that's when we fall into, I have a friend that calls more richer than me. So now I get jealous. So I'm looking to take love. I'm not sharing love in that case. Oh, this friend of mine, sees more this other person than me. They go out more out than me. My partner talks more to other people than me, has a better relationship with this person than me. And we start comparing and we start feeling like crap. That is because there's a lack of self-love. Work on that self-love, guys, and everything is going to fall into place. So if you're liking this, guys, if you're watching this, I just came live on my social media on Facebook to share this with everyone. We do these lives weekly on a group. If you're liking these lives and want to be part of the free community, guys, no money be paid. There's a free community where you can see more of these lives, learn more about mindset. And there's also Wednesday entrepreneurship to learn about entrepreneurship and how to grow your business. Type a hashtag community down here or hashtag free, and we're going to send you the information to join the community to be able to see these lives that we go every week, once or twice a week, normally Mondays and Wednesdays, try to go live to share insights, share stuff to help you guys. I want to impact as many lives as I can. I'm doing this for free. If you want to do that, there's a free community. If you want more, there's more other options too, paid options. You can jump on Zoom and be part of the Zoom. If you're liking this, guys, send me some love, send me some hashtag loving it, send me some hearts. That would be great. Remember, the more you engage with this, more people get to see it. And it's free, and I'm giving a lot of value. I want to help as many people as I can. So please help me help others just by doing that. There's not much to do. Just break that heart button, slam it as much as you can. Send me some comments here, even some questions if you have them. I love what I do. I want to send more love out, and I'm able to do that because I'm developing more self-love, and I want to help you guys love yourself where you are to be able to then start moving forward. If you kick yourself in the butt to move forward, but you're not loving yourself where you are, it's going to be very difficult to move from where you are. That is my teachings in this. So thank you, Carmela. Thank you, Cora, on social media. Thank you, Joe, for watching. Thank you, guys. I love you guys, sending love your way to be able to, again, absorb it, learn how to love yourself, guys, and then share that love with the world. That's what we need in the world, more love and healthier love, guys. Again, oh, I don't want to tell this to Peter because I hope he doesn't get angry, he gets offended or whatever. Set correct boundaries because I don't want others to feel bad. So that's not loving for me. Or eating nasty food, that is not loving for me. Now going to the gym, that's not loving, but I'm doing it because there's a lack of love. I procrastinate because there's a lack of love. So I need to love myself. So guys, thank you very much if you're watching. Again, slam that heart button on live on Facebook. Send me many comments there as much as you can, guys. Tell me if you're liking this. That would be awesome. I want to share this with many people as we can. So again, thank you. I saw some people asking for free community. We're going to get that information later. I'm going to continue here with the community that is on Zoom. We're going to continue with this, some laser coaching, some questions, and keep developing that self-love. So thank you very much, guys. See you next Wednesday. We're going to do the Entrepreneur Unleashed in the group. I'll send you the information later. Thank you. Bye. I'm going to stay here. Love it. Thank you, Cora. Thank you very much for the support. Take care, guys. Bye. So let me see. Perfect. Stopping the live. Stop recording.